Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack and today we are talking about this. Yes, another blind shaker video. If you are watching to this channel, unless you did it by accident, you are probably a home barista. And if you are a home barista, you know that in the recent weeks there has been a coup, there has been a shake-up. No more of this. Everybody's using blind shakers. You've seen it on YouTube. You probably read the headlines in the newspapers. WDT is gone. Blind shaking is the only way, and so on and so on. 15 people end up in a hospital in the UK alone. Shoulder and elbow injuries from shaking too ferociously. This is serious, guys. This is serious. Apparently someone even saw John Weiss crying after seeing Lance's video. The way we prepare the pack is changing, and it's changing dramatically. So I thought I will get it, I will check, I will see what that fuss is all about. And because I'm not sponsored by Weber Workshop, I cannot afford their blind shaker, so that's why I went for the cheap Chinese blind shaker MHW-3BOMBER something. At the end of the video I will tell you a story about my original blind shaker. This is my second one. What we going to do today? I won't argue with Lance. Who am I to argue with a mighty Lance? I will show you my approach, my workflow with the blind shaker. We will do few attempts. We will also drink some coffee. I mean, this is a coffee channel. We can as well drink some espresso. And by the end I will tell you what I think about this particular blind shaker. So I will show you how I prepare a pack, how I normally do it, and I will also show you a few variations of how I use this blind shaker. I'm not claiming to be an expert, I'm just a regular person, regular home barista. To do all those tests we need some coffee. Have a look at this one. So that's the Cold Town Coffee Roasters. They sell this coffee as a filter coffee, and arguably this has been the shittiest filter coffee I've ever tried. But somehow it tastes really interesting for espresso. First I will show you how I normally do it. I'm recording it kind of from the side so you can see it better. I grind directly into the catching cup. I transfer the coffee into the portafilter, and as you can see it is nice, it is fluffy, but it needs some distribution. Therefore I'm using my WDT tool. It's a very simple, make sure everything is nice and even. Some people like to use those devices, WDT devices. I tried one, I have a video about that, but I wasn't happy with the results. It looks nice to me now. Tap it once. Now it's time to tamp. We will use this force tamper. I only tamp it once. Some people say we should tamp twice. With this blind shaker, I grind directly into it. You end up with something like so. You can clean the top a little bit. You put the lid on, then you do the shaking. How many shakes do you normally do? Let me know in the comments. If I open it right now, I mean, obviously today when I record it hasn't happened, but normally it does. Normally it's lots of static around here. I often like to tap it once on my countertop. Some people mention to wipe the inside with alcohol. Normally I apply alcohol straight into my mouth, and yes, it does help with my shakes. This is a 58mm shaker, so you can put it directly on top like so. You see, it holds nicely, so slowly, don't rush. You can tap it a few times, you open it, and you end up with something like so. You see, there is that ring around, that's from the blind shaker itself. Depending how much coffee you use, you can kind of tap it off. If you want, you can use your hand. Then once again, I tamp it. And the last way of doing it, I will probably put the collar on, that will help. Let's see what will happen now. And it's done. That's how it looks like. I'm end up with something like so. Doesn't look great. Tamp it. But to be honest, what I end up doing is blind shaker and WDT, but that kind of defies the purpose, I guess. Doesn't it look better? I mean, let me know in the comments. So I pulled those shots one after another. The slowest one was with blind shaker and WDT together, and that also gave me the prettiest extraction, I think. The second slowest shot was the shot with WDT that took 40 seconds. The shot with a blind shaker sitting on top of the portafilter took 37 seconds. The extraction looked the worst here. And the fastest shot, it took 34 seconds, and that was with the blind shaker that I kept above portafilter. But you know, know what, you cannot do any assumptions just by running one set of shots. So I've done few. Most of the time they follow that pattern that I mentioned. Taste-wise, I cannot really say I could detect any major differences. I mean, the longest shot 42 seconds and the fastest being 34 seconds, you can detect. So the faster shot will be slightly brighter, the longer shot would extract those deeper flavor notes, but the main theme in all four of those shots was very similar. I will run one more test. I will do a shot with WDT and I will do a shot with blind shaker, the one that I keep it above the portafilter. And we will do a blind tasting this time. There will be two cups on a rotating plate. Underneath each cup there is a letter, W for WDT and S, that's for blind shaker. This time I will try to dial the coffee into within 2 seconds of each other, and then we will see if I can detect any differences and which cup will taste better. Well, let's do it. Okay, and 2 shots are ready. We could see the difference in the extraction. One was nice, one stream of coffee, the other one not perfect. I'm showing you exactly as it is. Blind shaker, well, it wasn't a shot I would put on the Instagram, let's put it this way. I will choose one at random, taste it, choose another one, taste it, wash my mouth in between, and we will see what I can get here. Again, very similar cups. I also try to lower the temperature of the second cup so they're not immediately obvious, because I know there are 2 different cups. I'm trying to find the difference. I would choose this because of the nice smoothness of flavor notes. Honestly, as curious as yourself what it is. So let's reveal the shot that I went for today, and that is what is it? Wow, I was expecting it to be the other way around and I wanted to say, look, I went for the shaker. In few of my other attempts, I've noticed that I'm getting more of the smoothness when I use that shaker. So here we have it, guys. If you reach to this part of the video, it is compulsory now to click like, consider even subscribing to the channel. That's what we do here. We experiment, we play with the coffee. I've wasted almost 1 kg of coffee on those tests, and just when I thought I reached to the final verdict that there are no differences, suddenly I've done that blind tasting and the blind shaker one. So I'm confused. I will need your help. I think a lot of that is to do with the technique. Maybe my technique is not right. Maybe it needs to be improved. I still don't understand how exactly does it work. We often, when we get a new grinder, we grind some coffee, we say, oh, it's so fluffy. The grinds are so fluffy. It's so great. Here you do the pretty much exact opposite. You keep shaking it until it loses that fluffiness. Maybe I look at it from the wrong perspective. I think I will stick with my WDT, it's definitely less hassle. Please share with me your findings. How do you like that blind shaking? Do you think it changes the flavor notes? If you haven't tried blind shaking, this is very cheap, so it's very affordable, so you can as well try, experiment. Maybe it will work for you. I promised you a story. So what happened? I bought my blind shaker a few weeks ago, just after Lance released his video. I played with it for the week. I didn't like the results so much so that I decided to sell it on eBay. I actually made few pounds of profit on that, and then next day I thought maybe even if I don't like that shaking, maybe I still should record a video for you showing you my experience. So I order another one, and after this video I will put it on eBay again. Who knows, maybe that's the beginning of my new business, buying cheap things from China and selling them on eBay. I'm sure nobody ever thought about this before. I also bought this basket from the same company, so we will test it at some point. Plenty more things coming, but for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!